What's up, everybody? Welcome. This is Eric Nilotowski Art, and I am actually Eric Nilotowski. I'm him. So welcome as I draw, or ink, rather, some awesome samurai mech dude. This is from MAVRICS and Indiegogo campaign, currently funding, or in demand, I should say. And yeah, this is going to be the 20K stretch goal print that everybody will get, size A4. Yeah. So before I get started, I'm gonna throw up some music in the background, or maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm not loving the music that I'm finding on here. I don't even know if I should worry about the copyright free, because gosh, I mean, it's not like this isn't going to be monetized anytime soon, so maybe I shouldn't even worry about it and just go with some nice background music. But anywho, background music. Let's see what we could find. Dang, 9 hours worth. Here's this. Let's see what this is about. Some focus music. That's relaxing. Music for deep focus and concentration. That's okay. Let's see what else we got. Dun 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 dun. Upbeat. Give me upbeat. I dig it. This will work. Awesome. All right. Here we go. Jeff Potts in the house. What's going on? Just as I was about to head home, maybe see you when I get there. All right, man. I will probably be here for a good hour or so, so feel free to stop back when you can. But before you go, let me show you this real quick. So my kids, as you guys know, they like to ink stuff every so often, and so a recent picture, I think I mentioned this on stream a few days ago, but Dale Keown, my youngest, my 7-year-old, he wanted me to print him out a Dale Keown. He wanted to do something with Carnage. So we got Carnage, Venom, and then this dude. I don't know this guy's name. It's like a Spider-Man, or Venom with a white costume and teched out. I don't know, geared up. But he's doing a really good job. He's only 7, and I'm digging it. I'm loving the Carnage inks. Kind of got some feathering going on there. He's not great with the feathering yet. As you can tell here, this is kind of rough, but he'll get there. I'm stoked. And it's Dale Keown. I mean, he's got a good eye for awesome artwork. And then here's some monkeys. Here's a Moses monkey from last night's Drawn and Quartered. Moses monkey. And then we got a Rambo monkey. Boom. So there you go. I was monkeying around last night on Drawn and Quartered, drawing some monkeys. So there's that. All right. So coming up soon, a lot of this stuff is going to be very technical. I'm going to need to be using a lot of ellipticals and stuff. So yeah, I like to kind of get all that stuff out of the way so then I could just kind of noodle around and just do cool lines. So get some of these things out the way. Then I don't have to focus so much when I'm just doing cross-hatching and all that, just doing other lines. So let me get that junk out the way. Robert Shepard, what's going on? Was backing death. Awesome. Joe Ball's book. Sweet, man. He's got amazing lines. I was looking at he posted a few pictures on Twitter that I saw. I think he said they were commissions or something, but I was like, man, I'd love to ink one of his things one of these days. That would be fun. So, but welcome, Robert Shepard. Thanks for coming back, man. And yeah, I'll keep going on this. So you guys probably know Nefarious Global Frequency Studios, but this is going to be the 20K stretch goal for his book. And the campaign is over, but they are in demand. And I will put the link in the description. I forgot to do that. I should have did that, but I will do it later on the back end. Back to the music. I just need something in the background. Something to help me just get in the zone. You know what I'm saying? Focus. When I was a kid, I'd listen to like Metallica and stuff. That'd get me in the zone. And then like hours would pass and I'd be like, oh wow, I've been drawing for 2-3 hours. This is great. But can't necessarily do that today on YouTube, unfortunately. Yeah, back in the day for me, I'd be listening to Stone Temple Pilots, Green Day, all those guys. That's what I was into in high school. Yeah, some good stuff. Good times. It's like, you know, the 90s comics, good 90s music, man. It was a good year. It was a good, or decade, I should say. A good decade to be alive. Yes. I was chatting with a guy who he said he grew up in a small town in California, actually, but like not a lot of people and stuff. And we're just chatting about where he got his comics and, you know, first place he got Image Comics and all that kind of stuff. I love those stories. I love thinking about, I remember the name of the comic shop I first got my first Image Comics at, Thunder Road Comics and Collectibles. And they were a ways from our house. I used to have to walk to them. And when I first found them and I found Image and all that stuff, I had to walk a good ways. And then eventually they moved and they literally were right across the street from my house. Like I had to cross the street, this little tiny street, and then boom, I was in the parking lot of 3 Seasons Sporting Goods. And then right next to them was Thunder Road Comics. And so it was great, man. I'd go there all the time. So, yeah. Them's the days. I remember when I was a young lad. Yes. But it'd be cool to, they're probably not there anymore, but like if I kept in touch with them, like, hey guys, I made it. I'm doing comics. Yay. But yeah, I don't know. Don't know if they're still there anymore. But I was just worried or concerned about getting to California and all that good stuff. So get to the good old San Diego, get to Cali, be close to the San Diego Comic-Con, be close to Wildstorm Studios that I never got to work for. That was my dream. Back in the day, that was my dream. But I'll tell you my story. So after I moved to California, I moved to California in 2005, got married in 2005, and gosh, it was probably 2006. Or maybe not. It could have been 2005. I don't remember exactly, but Wildstorm was having a talent search, and so I got they had a printout of a script, and it was with Mr. Majestic, Grifter, and Zealot, and they were like coming in on this building, and then they crash through, and then they're taking on some cool robots and stuff. And yeah, it was like 3 pages. So I worked on that. I submitted it, and the way that they did it is they had you come and submit it at a WonderCon in LA. So I did that, right? Worked hard on these pages. They're really good, I thought at the time. My best work. I submitted them. I drove up to LA. I ran in. I submitted the pages, and this was like way before I even, I wasn't really going to conventions like I have been in recent years, right? So I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to drop these off. So I didn't even have a badge. I just told the dude at the front door, I'm like, I'm just dropping these off. I'm just going to run in, and I'm going to run out. So, at the time I'm just thinking, all I got to do is drop these things off, right? Well, that was a Saturday, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday, not a Friday. Anyhow, I get home from church on Sunday. I got a message waiting for me on our home machine, and it was Scott Dunbier, and he's like, "Hey Eric, we got your samples. We really like what you have. We want to. Can you come in and we'll meet with you? We want to see like more of your portfolio." The only problem was it was Sunday, and I just got home from church, and the con ended early, and I'm in San Diego, so that's like a good 2-hour drive. So by the time I rolled up there, and I didn't have a badge, so I would have got there, and they would have been closing, because they always close early on Sundays. And like that was it. That was my chance. And I was in I think he said top 5 of the people who, submitted work. But like there was nowhere in the info or whatever that said you had to be at the con. It was just, you had to drop off your material at the con. So anyhow, I never got my shot. I'm pretty confident I may have at that point. Had I been there, had I known, I didn't know. But anyhow, it all worked out regardless. But so that was my Wildstorm talent search story. Yeah, it still saddens me. So close, but so far. And they ended up giving it to the guy who got it. Can never remember his name. They'll tell you how good he was. No, he wasn't that good. But yeah, it's just kind of sad. But yeah, what a story. Sad story. Neff. Hell Neff. So yeah. Dun, 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 dun. But things work out, and I'd rather be working for myself anyway and drawing my own books, my own comics. And here I am. And gosh, not too long after, Wildstorm is no more. They've merged with DC, and all those characters and all those Wildstorm guys, like, they're just anywhere and everywhere now. Like, so it's all for the best. All right, so that's going to be the shading there. Draw some shading here. Oops, it's a little too far. Let's chop this off. All right, some shading there. Now I got to do these puppies. These are going to be hard. That is, let's see here. I'm going to use a 2. Where's my elliptical? Elliptical. Where'd you go? I must be hiding it under something. Oh, it's under my phone. There it is. Let's see if any of these will work. I have a feeling that they're not, but let's see. Let's give it a good look. That could work. That could work. All right. All right. That looks like it'll work. That's too big. Yeah, that'll work. Here we go. Here we go. You know, I'm wondering. I didn't pencil these perfectly. And I feel like I should finalize the pencils more if I want to do it right. If I don't, I know I'm going to screw it up. And I've tapered like the ends on this one, so it kind of goes in on the sides. So I've kind of tapered it, which is going to be, if I just had a flat bottom on these, it might be easier. But I'm not always about the easy road, so let's go. We'll taper them. And I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. And let's hope this works out here. Now I should do, I'm going to do this properly. All right. We're just going to go for it. We're going to eyeball it a little. We work an illusion, folks. I was listening to Artsy Bear on his stream earlier, and he says we work an illusion, and he is absolutely right. That's what we do. I'm creating the illusion that there is a samurai robot here, when there actually isn't. I'm just making you think there is, but he's not really here. My job is to make you think he's here. I work an illusion. I've often said that. I'm trying to create the illusion of three-dimensionality on a piece of one-dimensional paper. And that's what we do. This isn't going to be perfect, but as long as it gives the right impression and illusion, that's all that matters. All right. Yeah, it ain't perfect, but it's going to have to work. All right. Be right back. Nighthawk in the house. What's going on? Gonna listen on my drive home. Awesome, man. All right, all right. Eric, how are you? Wow, live streams this whole week. Will there be a Fan Art Friday stream tomorrow? Yes, there will. Yes, indeed. Thank you for sharing it out. Appreciate that. Hi, Jeff. Hold on one second. I'm gonna turn up my fan. It's kind of hot in here. It's been hot these last few days in Cali, man. It's been super hot. Fan going. All right. Okay. Let's get back to this. All right. So I got a new chair. My other one is more of like an office chair. It's kind of beveled on the sides and it's really wide. And my hip recently has been hurting. So I think it's probably my chair. So I got a new chair at Hobby Lobby. So I'm gonna try this out. It's a very tall chair, so I had to raise my table, but it's. I think it might help. Gosh, I remember back in the day when my dad bought me my first drawing table. It's like, a tall drafting table. I just used the metal stool that came with it, and I never had any issues. And eventually the stool, wore out, and it was just, a piece of wood with a small little cushion on it. It wasn't very comfortable, but it was like, that was my chair, man. That's what I used. And so this one feels more like that, where it's not super cushiony. It's like, it moves. Well, my other one didn't move, but this one's on wheels. It's very movable. So I feel like this will just be better. I can just get more comfortable and do what I got to do. But yeah, it's not fun when you're drawing all day long and then your body's hurting. So I'm not that old, but got to be comfortable. All right, so let's see. This is a 50 degree. That's a 50 degree, huh? All right, so we're gonna have to go. We need a 60. I'll typically use, when I do the ellipticals, I use 1 degree on the bottom, and then when you get to the top, I use something a little bigger. And that usually helps with the illusion of the 3D cylinder. So let's see how this works. So it's just a little bit more than that one. And let's see this. Let's go here. All right, that worked. Let's go a little bit. Actually, this would be smaller if I'm doing the tapering. Darn it. Something always falling off the table. I need a bigger lip. You know what? I can make this lip bigger, actually. This is actually this is the drawing table that I got in high school that my dad got me for like Christmas or something. This is it. I brought this from New Jersey when I moved here. This is the table that I had, and I've been drawing on since I was, gosh, in high school, middle school, whenever my dad got this for me. So this is it, man. This is where all the magic happens, right here. But I modified the little, it has like a metal lip that you can pop up to keep like your pencils and stuff on it. But I had to shove a kneaded eraser in between the table and the metal because it would just like vibrate and bing and bang and just be all annoying. So I shoved a kneaded eraser in there to kind of prevent it from shaking around. But I could take the screws out and make it taller. That would probably be helpful. I think the only reason I didn't is because my elbows would be on the table all the time and I'd be resting on this metal, which is not nice. That's probably why I did that. But we'll see. I think I'm not quite on it as much anymore. All that to say, you got to be comfortable when you're drawing. And I'm never one that had my drawing table like super upright, like at a 90-degree angle. Like I can't draw like that. So my table's always been, I mean, if the paper wasn't so long, I'd rather have it flat on a table. That's what I'm most comfortable with. But because the paper is so big, it helps kind of bring it up in front of you more. And then also if you're drawing on the 11x17, like because your perspective is skewed to the paper, like your artwork can be skewed. So when you bring the artwork up, it's like it looks off because you're drawing at such an angle that when you bring it up and you're looking at it straight on, it doesn't look how you think it looks because your perspective is off from the paper. So that's another reason why I draw small and then I blow it up, because it kind of prevents all that from happening. But anywho, that's what I do. All right, so let's see here. Let's do this guy. This canister is a little smaller. Bigger, I should say. Last time I checked, Eric, you're not a magic trick artist. But I do work in illusion. My kids could probably do some magic tricks for you if you guys want to see magic tricks, but I don't do magic tricks in that way. I do other different tricks. It's a little off. This stuff is the most tedious stuff. I don't like this stuff personally. I like doing the freehand stuff that you don't need to be all technical with, but because it is what it is, you want it to look good, and it looks better when it is technical versus just kind of all funky. Although these circles I did all freehand, but these I'll probably use an elliptical on. But I don't know. I think it just looks better when it's not super technical. But sometimes you need an elliptical. Sometimes you need a ruler. It is what it is. You just gotta do what you do. Go with what you know. You know what I'm saying? This will work. All right. This will be different. Well, at least once this is all out of the way. I should only need a few more things with ellipticals. His eyeball. And maybe one or other two things. But other than that, then it's just straightforward and normal drawing. All right. What was I going to do? Ah, this guy. If I had the time and the money, I wanted to design a ruler for doing perspective lines. And I wanted to make one myself, but I just never got around to it. But it was basically a ruler with a suction cup on the end, and the ruler would be stuck to the suction cup. So you put it, super far out on your desk, and then you find your point on the horizon line, and then you can move the ruler, and because it's fixed, you can move the ruler anywhere you need to, and then just draw your lines. But it would be stationary. You know what I mean? Stationary at the point that you need it. Because it would be super helpful when doing perspective lines and stuff. If you don't do it in Photoshop or whatever, and you need to do it, that would be the way I would do it. So that's my invention that I never have made. Maybe someday. You'll see my invention in a art store near you. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Let me do some little lines on here. Some of that. Okay, that's done. I can use one of this, maybe. Let's see here. Let's see. So to show more light, this shadow is going to go from like a little darker to lighter. So I'm just going to pull the lines apart a little bit as I come over here. So And then I'll make them tighter over here. And because they're really long, I'm going to use a ruler. So I'll screw them up. Something like that. And if I want to make it a little darker, I can put a little more pressure on the front side and just kind of hold it there a little longer and make it a little darker. And just make sure that front line is still straight as it can be, I guess. So that's a little better. It's different than up here, but it still works. I'm going to do something similar here with this shadow. If they weren't so long, I would just freehand it, but I don't want to screw it up. And then if I want it thinner, I'll just go quicker. All right. Some of these things I'm going to need to white out, but I'll do it on the back end. I'll just clean it up after I erase all the pencils. It'll be easier to see. Yeah. It's fun to add little cutouts and nooks and crannies in between all this stuff. Kind of shred it up a little bit. That's always fun. All right, let me check the chat, see what's going on. Nighthawk says, Eric, did you like my new Spider-Man drawing I did today? Is that the one, the black one? I thought that was Venom, but I think I saw that one. If it's the one you posted in the Fan Art Friday chat, then yes, I did. That was pretty good, my friend. Good job. Hold on. So why are you drawing a robot shedder from TMNT, Eric? Who is this guy? So this is actually Chernobog from the MAVRICS comic that is on Indiegogo currently. This is Nefarious, Global Frequency Studios book. And I'm doing a print. This is going to be the 20K stretch goal print that everybody's going to get if you back their book. And I will put the link in the description when I get some time. And yeah. So this is not Shredder, but if it was, it'd be cool because it's Shredder. But it's not. It's Chernobog, and the name of the print is going to be Kurito Supreme because the name of the driver of this cool mech is Kurito. So there you go. Mavericks. It's the black suit Spider-Man from Secret Wars 1984 suit, and cool. Thanks for the info. Yep. Is the Shredder as a samurai robot like Tim? No. Back Mavericks today. Do it. Actually, here. This is what I'll do. I'll just put it in the chat. Hold on. I have it somewhere over here. Clickety click. Clickety clack. Coffee. And StreamYard. Boom. Jim Cox in the house. What's going on? I saw your comment, but just want to shout out to you. What's up, man? How's it going? So there you go. Link is in the chat. Grab a drink. My wife made some yummy green tea. It's got like a hint of peach in it too. It's quite delicious. A douche. Okay, now let's go over here and do these shadows. Use my 5. Not too far. Let's do one more and then I'll do the rest for him. Okay. Actually, let me use 8 like I did on the other side. So I used 8 over here for this shading, so if I use 8 over here, it's just going to balance it out. So it's all about the balance, the symmetry. I'm all about the balance and the symmetry. There's this one guy at conventions. He'd always see my work and he'd be like, oh, nice. Symmetry. I like it. Nice symmetry. I don't know if he was being like smart and sarcastic, like, oh wow, your art's just so symmetrical, it's boring. I don't know, but just kind of funny. He'd always make the same comment. It's like, all right, man, whatever. Get out of here with your asymmetrical comments. And I'm just going to keep going all the way down. There we go. All right. Let's mess up this side here. Let's just make it jacked up. He's just been in a firefight. All right. here. Zade Studios in the house. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Drawing too. Awesome, man. Got a draw along going on. Cool. Zade Studios, I checked out your game. It looks awesome, man. I have a Mac computer, so I don't know if I'd be able to download it and do a play on stream or anything, do a demo. But it looks cool, man. I like that better. And I might make this dark as well. Yeah, I like that better. All right, almost done with this dude. Then I gotta do all the damage around him. That'll be fun. So let me go ahead and do, let's see. I've got all of my inking pens in my hand right now, so to maximize efficiency, just got them all right here. So this is gonna be, there's gonna be sparks flying out. In the foreground, so gotta get that out of the way. Okay, let me throw down some holding lines. go a little thinner. It's kind of like feathering in itself, actually. You have your dark, and then I do thinner lines. Quiet. Do thinner lines, and then you got your dark and your dark to light. So one of the things I learned from gosh, what's his name? Can't remember. But anyway, I think I was just kind of eavesdropping, but he was doing a critique at San Diego Comic-Con, and he was just saying, like, when you do your shadows and stuff, you always go dark to light. So like underneath here, you're going, it's more in shadows, so you go dark to light, which is just kind of out of place, but it's shading. But so yeah, so like dark to light. So this will be thicker, and then as you go to the light area, it'll be hitting the light, so it'll be thinner. And so it's kind of like feathering, and you want to go dark to light. So there you go. Dark to light. And using a thinner pen will help you create that effect. So if you're going thicker, that should be your shading shadow area, and then goes to the light area. Dark to light. Because shading was always one of those things I had trouble with growing up. Like, I just threw lines down and, cross-hatching everywhere. Kind of like made no sense. But then it's like, oh, okay, well, I understand dark to light. And, then you get into all that lighting on top of an orb. And then, you have the what's it called? The reflected light underneath. And then you have your main light. And then you kind of feather that out, so it goes dark to light, and then all that good stuff. So you understand it, you read it and you look at it, and you're like, oh, that makes sense. And then, but when it comes to actually doing it, it's like it all just flies out the window, and then you just do what comes natural. And that's what I did forever. And it's like, well, no, that's not exactly right. You need to do it different. So you gotta learn the why behind it. Why do I do it like this? Why should I do it like this? Then you got to put it into practice. That's the hard part. Because a lot of artists, they'll look at other people's work and they'll just kind of do what they see them doing, but they don't understand why they're doing what they're doing. And then their work suffers because they don't have that knowledge that, somebody else might have. So, got to learn the why. Why are they doing that? Got to figure it out. Yeah, man. Yeah, I could show you old drawings I had from high school and stuff. I still have them. But they're funny to look at now because it's like, man, I don't know what the heck I was doing. Just throwing lines everywhere. I don't know. I didn't know. But now I do. It's great. It's wonderful. I like the way the robot design looks, Eric, for this character. Yeah. Loving these angles. Every day. Drawing 2 every day. Yeah, I didn't design. Eric, show us. Show you guys my old drawings. I'd have to pull them out. Gosh, they're hiding. They're in a hiding spot under my desk. Another time. I'll do a show dedicated to Eric's old art. But what was I saying? I forget now. Oh yeah, the robot design. So I didn't design them. I'm going off of what's already been designed. I don't know who designed them actually. It could be the main artist on the book itself. most likely, unless Neff has had other people design it, which I don't know. Could be the case. Neff is like that. He's you know, he's got it down. He could have been developing this for years. Who knows? Had other people design him? I don't know. He knows what he's doing. But yeah, but it's super cool. Very cool design. That's why I saw this and I was like, yes, I want to do this guy. I don't know who he is, but I want to do him. He looks awesome. And so here I am, drawing this cool guy. Kurito Chernobog dude. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to shade this leg here. Going to do some shading there. And I don't need all these pens in my hand right now. I don't need this in front of me right now. Get out of here. All right, let me put these away. So I've got a slot for each one of these in my little side container compartment thing. So I'm just going to put these away so I know where they are when I need to grab them. Don't need them all in my hand. Although I think I might start with an 8 and then go down. Oh, that's a 3. That's a 3. I need an 8. So I'm going to go close and then pull them apart and go from dark to light. Ready? Here we go. This is how I do it. And then I pull it together a little bit at the end and go a little bit darker. And then now I'm going to just do a whole bunch of different lines that cross and make a pretty picture. You ready? Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to draw these lines over here, crossing into those lines over there. It's going to be great. But do I want to... I might want to go this direction. Let me see here. So I've got all these lines going. Sometimes I got to make sense of what I drew in the pencils. It's hard to see. It's hard to tell what the heck I was thinking and doing here. We'll figure it out. All that cool, fun cross-hatching. Love it. All right. So now because, all right, so I've got some shading to show that it's kind of like under this leg right here. And then I've got this shading here. But because this is underneath and it's on the bottom, I could do more here. So I could, when it comes to shading, I could do a few things. I could make this whole bottom, I could make the bottom just black, you know, going from dark to light. So I could just do all black. Or I could make more lines under here and do that reflected light. So you're like, I'd kind of have a sliver of light on this edge that won't be shaded to show the light reflecting from wherever. This guy, you know, could be on fire or whatever. I don't know. Illusions. So I could do that. I could go all black. If I'm not sure, I could do the lines and then I could change it later on and just go all black. Once you go black, you can't go back, you know, unless you just white it all out, which I don't want to do. But so the safe thing to do is just do some cross hatching. If I don't like it, I could black it out. But you know, but I'm kind of trying to think of balance and all that stuff. I got a lot of spots of black, you know, so you want to have a good balance of rich black, all black. So that could work. I know I'm gonna kind of feather this out and just kind of go to the ground with some hatching there. But yeah, so balance. You gotta think of how it's gonna look, how you could balance it out real nice. So yeah. So here we go. I'm gonna do some more lines down here. And as these lines cross, they'll create a darker area, which is good, which is okay. And as they cross, they kind of create this cool little line. So that's cool too. I like that. So then I just look at it and I evaluate, do I like it or not? And then I could change it if I need to. So I don't know how I feel about it yet. So I'm gonna let that sit, and I'll go back to where I was and do some more over here. Now, typically, if I'm doing tight pencils, this would be all figured out beforehand, but because I didn't figure this out beforehand, and I just kind of threw down some lines. Now I'm just trying to figure out the best way to ink it. So here I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna cross these guys here. So I think this is going to be all black. This will be all black. Pick out a few lines here and there. All right, put the music back on. It's not too annoying. Let's go back to the beginning. And then if I want any of this cross-hatching to be darker, I'll just add some more lines. There we go. All right, I think I'm done. Again, I could always come back to stuff if I'm not sure, but I think so far so good. I like it. Now I'll just got to do all this stuff for her. All right, there you go, Garrett. It was Garrett who designed it at Global Frequency Studios. So Garrett is the artist on the book, and yeah, there you go. He designed these guys. Throw in some white out, pick out some cool spots here. Show that he's battle worn. There you go. Fun stuff. All right, so now I'm going to move it in the foreground. I'll do this one. I don't know the names of the mechs yet, but I will eventually. I'll learn. All right, so let's see. I think I'll do the spikes first to get those out of the way. They're gonna be fun. All right, back to my elliptical. So I've got this elliptical. This one's got 4 different degrees on it, 20 to 50, and 10-degree intervals. So I usually start with this one. Hopefully I can find what I'm looking for. If not, I could use my other ones. But this looks like a good one. Go with the 5. That was that. Let's go here. That one. All right, this one will be more circular. Let's see. This one will be kind of pointing at us, so I'll put the points right there. Just shade that accordingly. Get this out of the way. Get a piece of paper. Get this underneath here. All right, cool. All right, so because this is in the foreground, I want some of the stuff to be darker. So this is actually all going to be black. I'll turn this down a little bit. Frog G in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. Smash the like button. Do it. Ding the bell. Subscribe. Do it. Do it now. 10 likes. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Well, cool. Are you going to finish this drawing, Eric? Probably not. I got a good 2-3 hours to go. So no, I probably won't finish today, or at least not on stream. But but I'm gonna keep plugging away. I'm gonna do what I can. What time is it? It's 4:15 in my neck of the woods. See, I'll probably quit maybe around 5-ish for lunch, dinner, whatever. I don't know. What do we do at 5 o'clock? Second breakfast? I don't know. But I'll just keep going. Draw some lines. A bunch of lines. It's just all I do. Draw lines all day long. That's what I do. I draw lines. I draw lines for a living. It's pretty fun. It's fantastic. What do you do? I draw lines for a living. I draw lines on paper. I make money drawing lines on paper. Isn't that amazing? Make money drawing lines on paper. And I make a bunch of lines together, and I make cool pictures. That's what I do. I'm creating the illusion of a samurai robot. It's not really a samurai robot, but I'm making you think it is by putting lines together on a piece of paper. See? I work in illusions, my friends. I do. This is what I do. I work in illusion. It's my job to make you think there is this cool samurai robot on this paper. That's what I do. And I'm thinking I should probably do some shadows on that. Just because if there's shadows over here, there should be shadows over here. So gotta keep it going. So this will be dark. This will be dark. Something like that. Cool. Yeah, that looks better. There should be some over here. There we go. Okay. Let me do this stuff here. I'm going to use my marker and a brush just because I get some cool lines with the brush. Kind of mark it up a bit, make it look cool. Let me get this somewhere out of here. Put this up here. All this stuff over my desk. Here's a little sneak peek at a dude I just threw down on paper. It's like, that'll be fun. Do something with that someday. And let's see. I did get a new brush. When I went to Hobby Lobby and I got my new chair, I got a new brush. This is not my new brush. This is an old brush. But I did get new brush. Well, I didn't get brushes. I got a new brush. So I'm excited about that. So this... The cool thing about old brushes, though, is they're more dried out, so you can get a cool dry brush effect if you're going for that. So I keep them handy just in case. And where'd my piece of paper go? It's still here. So this is going to go full black here. Let's see here. This whole area is going to be full black. So this is going to be feathered out to... Because it's in the foreground, it's going to be nice and thick. And by crossing these lines, I can kind of get some white, cool white lines sticking through. And I'm going to be kind of rough because it's like jacked up and cool looking, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. I'm intentionally being quick and rough so that way I get some cool happy mistakes in the armor. Get those white specks coming through. So there you go. There's that area. And then this area is going to be thick black. Thick black. And then again, I can feather this out by using a thinner pen and then picking out some areas of white to show different contours under there. There's that. This is going to be black, but I'm going to have some lines in there. Show it coming through, maybe some dry brush effect. I'm just going to go for it. I know this is going to be full black. Show it all jacked up. This little thing will be light, so if the colorist is doing something cool there, he could color it over the inks and make it glow. Glows show up a lot better when there's a dark color behind them, so that's what I'm kind of thinking when I'm doing that. This is, I drew this so this is like open, so there's like a it's cut into the armor. So all right, so that's that. There we go. Okay, all right. So then there's another mech right here. Let me keep going on this guy, just get this done. No mistakes, just happy little accidents. Exactly. Well, have a nice afternoon, night, Eric. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I will see you next time, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. If you took off. If you're still here, great. All right, now let me do some of these lines. Now instead of make this line right on the tip of that spike, I'm going to bring it down a little bit so it's not a tangent. I'm noticing that now. And then this is round, so this is going to be like that. Oh, all right. One of the things I was thinking as I was placing the mechs around this dude was trying to keep maybe like identifying symbols on the mechs. So like this guy, you have his little lightning bolt icon there. This guy, you got a star. This guy has like 4 little white claw marks on him. And then this dude, he's pretty recognizable, but he's got his eye with the open mouth and stuff. So as I was placing them, I'm like, all right, how can I do this so you can still tell like which character is which? They also have different weapons too, which is easy, which helps. But so that guy's got his Gatling gun. This dude's got a big shield. This guy's got 2 guns. He has a gun on his hand. So just trying to place them where it's kind of recognizable at the same time. All right, and then do some shading of this. Shading, shading, shading. Drawing lines and shading. Okay, all right, let me finish shredding this up. I'm gonna have like wires sticking out of them and stuff, so let me do 5. I'm kind of using my 8 for a bit. Let's use something else. And then I'm going to throw some lines on this. Darn it. And then this will be dark. Something like that. Just some wires flipping out of there. Who's your guys' favorite artist that draws robots really cool? Doesn't have to be mech, just like cool robots or tech even. Who's your favorite? Just curious. I liked one of the artists that really impressed me doing robots growing up was what was his name? Johnson. What was his first name? The first place I saw him was when he was doing the Super Patriot for the Savage Dragon like spin-off Super Patriot, and like his his arms transformed into guns and stuff, and like so he'd have to be all technical and what the heck's his first name? I forget. Anyway, his stuff impressed me a lot. Doing robots and stuff, and just like the different way he drew tech and all the wires and bells and whistles. It was just like, that's cool. So that was cool. And I think a lot of anime artists, they're really impressive when they draw tech. Really cool stuff. I think of the guy that does Appleseed and then Battle Angel Alita. Those guys are awesome when it comes to tech. So, and this can be all black. Because I have a difference in the lighting here, it's like that doesn't need to be underlit for any reason in particular, so I'm just gonna make that white or black. Okay, next, let me finish the bottom, finish the arm. I'll do this mech and then I'll do this mech. Just go at it little by little. Let's shred this up a little bit. Draw something. All right. I'm going to do dry brush here. I said I'd do dry brush. I'm going to do dry brush. Promise. So I'm going to go dark and then quick to get the light coming through there. The white paper. Something like that, maybe a little darker in places. That works. And then a little bit down here, maybe. Dave Johnson, trusty sidekick. Thank you, sir. Trusty sidekick coming in. Thank you. Hi, Blue Samurai. Sorry, I am leaving. All right, all right. What's up, Blue Samurai? Welcome, welcome. What's going on, man? Looking great. What about? Thanks, man. Light here, but just as inky. Zaid Studio says Sakuga. Not familiar with him. Unless he does Appleseed. I don't know their names. I just know the books. But fact, let's see. Where is my books? They're under here somewhere. Kind of hidden. If I pull them out, everything's going to fall off my shelf. So I'm not going to do it. But, Frog G, hail. Until the Mavericks campaign, I would have said Eldonius Rex. Now, so many good options. Noise. Sakuga is an animation style of hyper detail and smooth frames. Nice. All right. Cool deal. All right. And I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to go 5. So, let me erase some of these pencils so I can see if I need to make any adjustments here. I'm intentionally leaving this kind of lighter, but I do want to maybe show a little bit of where it's coming from or some where it's starting, just for the colorist. And I think I used a 3 on that. I'm going to go 2. As far as 90s comics go, though, I really like Mark Silvestri and how you did the robots and all that. Just the kind of technical stuff on his characters. I like the way he does guns, too. And that little quick trick of doing all the little intricacies real close together to make it look darker, but there's like still stuff going on inside. I love that. All right, cleaned up some of that so you can kind of see the inks a little bit more. There you go. I just put the pen back on my desk and I dropped it again. It never fails. It never fails. And it's my 5. So let's put him to use. Put you over here. Put you back until I need you again. 2. You're going away. All right. Let's use this. Let's do this arm here. That looks pretty good. But Blue Samurai, man, how you doing? Hope all is well. Good to hear from you. let me look at reference real quick for this guy. I need to make sure his gun is starting and stopping. Originally I drew fingers and then I realized nope, he's got a gun for a hand, so I had to fix that. Yeah, let me reference this real quick just so I can make sure I'm doing a good job here. In the meantime, you can check out this dude that I finished. Lots of happy lines. Happy lines. Happy samurai lines. Appleseed. Yeah. Equals Masamune Shiro. Masamune Shiro. Something like that. Thank you, Trusty Sidekick. I appreciate that. And I should know the guy's name who does Battle Angel Alita, but I don't off the top of my head. It's Yukito Kushiro. Something like that. But yeah. Did you guys like the Battle Angel Alita movie? I thought it was pretty good. It was on something we were watching when we were on vacation, and I put it on, and the kids liked it too. So I'm like, yeah. Anytime I can watch a cool movie with my kids, I there you go. That's how I do it. All right. What am I doing? All right. Let me look at reference real quick. Photoshop. Nope, not that one. All right. Well, that's good to look at. Let me see this real quick. Let me see. Let's see here. So this is going down here. Leg. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, nice. See, he's got a little thing here. That'll be good to draw. All right, let's check out this other guy. All right, so he's got. Let's see another. Okay, well that's similar. All right, that's good. Good to know. And some other stuff here. Some of this is probably going to get chopped off. Well, actually, no. Nope, that'll still make it. Something like that. That'll do the trick. And then all right. This can be kind of broken off or something. I don't know. He's wrecked, so I'm just gonna wreck him. I'm gonna wreck it. Something like that. Something like that. There you go. Make this further down, black. Okay, and then go dark with this. And then This will be light. This will be dark. And then tore up here. Something's here. That would have been his thumb, which he does not have a thumb. He's got a gun for a hand, so I can get rid of that. So this will be dark. And then this will be his helmet area, which you might not see the playing cards on his mask, but I'll just feather that down. Okay, now I know where I'm going with that. Okay, let's check the chat. What's going on? What's going on? Trusty Sidekick says, yeah, Elite It movie was great. Much easier to follow than most live-action films based on manga. True that. Yes. Yeah, I thought it was good. It was fun. At first, I wasn't sure about, looking at this chick with the big eyeballs, but it was perfect for the adaptation from manga to the movie. And it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would, and I liked it. The action was great. Acting was great. I love Jennifer Connelly. She died, but what are you gonna do? Her eyeballs are still intact, so maybe they'll bring her back somehow. But yeah, but I really hope they do another movie. I know James Cameron is super busy on the next Avatar movies, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the response was good enough that they would make another one, but Lord knows how long we'll have to wait. Lord knows we've been waiting for Avatar number 2, right? It's been a long time. So we shall see. But, yeah. I was gonna do some feathering over here. Let's do some feathering over here. My 3 is running out. I'm going to have to replace this number 3 soon. Let me do some white out. Mess these guys up a bit. And fix this line that's out of place. White that out. And then I can pick out some stuff here and there. Just gotta wreck them up a bit. Okay. 8. What am I doing next? I'm gonna do, I don't know. I'll go over here, I guess. Just go with the 5 that I don't have. Alright, this will go down here. And so there's going to be those kind of lines there. I want to do some, let's see, some of these kind of lines, just kind of show he's jacked up. It's dirty, it's cracked. Just some of that kind of stuff. Not everywhere, just in a few spots, and just kind of some of that. And then I'm gonna do some of this. I'm gonna go with 3 and then a 5. There's another light, so the darkness will make the light pop there. But this just shows it's curved, something like that. And then go over here in this arm. And this will be jacked up. More wires. And maybe some sparks or something. I could do that. And this. There's that. All right, I'm gonna do this leg. Now, because I want to make sure that it's easy to tell what's in the foreground, what's in the background, I'm gonna make these lines a little thicker than these over here. So I'm gonna use an 8. Put these back. 5, 3. This would be the knee cover part over here. And the bottom would be over here, but like I said, I'm going to do some sparks there, so I got to throw that in. This is just going to be something coming off of him. I'm thinking like a something, I don't know. Like a clip, I don't know, something. There's something there, something. And then feather this down. And show the contour there. What I could do one of these numbers for the sparks. a little different, but kind of similar to what I did here. And I could throw down some white out and just kind of make it look cool. Could do one of those. Just a different way of doing it. All right, let me draw this here. Freehand this. All right. All right. And let's see here. Here's 5. Did you guys catch that new action flick on Netflix? It was Kate. It was pretty good. I enjoyed that it had the Yakuza in it and stuff. I always like movies that have martial arts and all that kind of stuff. And I enjoyed Shang-Chi. All right, if I compared Shang-Chi and Snake Eyes as far as martial arts go, Snake Eyes had martial arts, but it did not have like the same kind of martial arts where you could tell that they it was choreographed so much better in Shang-Chi than it was in Snake Eyes, because they're like fighting with swords and doing all this kind of stuff in Snake Eyes, but it wasn't like the technique wasn't on display. Like it was like, okay, yeah, they're fighting with swords. A lot of it was done from like far away. But then when you watch Shang-Chi, like all the martial arts are like choreographed. It's like you're watching like a Jackie Chan flick. Like that kind of stuff impresses me, and I'm like, whoa, like you're just floored by what the heck they're doing. But Snake Eyes was like, it was just like, it was You know what I mean? That was my impression. Like Shang-Chi was like, yes, I love that Jackie Chan stuff. Like, give me more. And then Snake Eyes was just like, yeah, that's just generic, normal martial arts stuff. Like nothing super impressive. Like I want to see close-ups. I want to see you just hanging there while we see the dude showcasing his awesome martial arts skill. Didn't get that in Snake Eyes. Shang-Chi though, I dug it. That was some cool stuff. So them's my takeaways. Yeah. Snake Eyes, Shang-Chi, liked it a lot better. As far as the martial arts goes. But, yeah. And Aquafina is just funny, hilarious. My wife actually wanted to see Shang-Chi just because Aquafina is in it. Because she knows her and she's funny. And she's like, I want to see it. But she couldn't see it because one of us had to stay home with the baby. And that was her that time. So I took all my kids to see Shang-Chi. And they liked it. and it was good. Had a good mix of comedy and action. The first like 20 minutes were like awesome. That bus scene, if you've seen it, was like sweet. That was awesome. It only lagged for me like towards the end when they're just hanging out, like waiting for the bad guys to show up. But other than that, I thought it was well done. It moved well. It's a lot better than Black Widow. That's for sure. But you, what say you? Ink us like one of your French curves. Sorry, had to step out, helped a coworker. Ah, you're at work. All right, no worries, man. Do your thing. Thanks for tuning in at work. I'm just inking this gun here. All right. I'm probably gonna quit pretty soon. Coming up on 2 hours, and dinner time is right around the bend. So I'm gonna be calling it quits soon. But let me finish up just a few more things, and that'll be it for me. I got a kind of late start today. I was doing some other stuff. I'm doing a t-shirt for my son's 6th grade camp that he's going to. So I had to throw that kind of together, and still waiting on some more information. I got to put all the kids' names on the back, so I need to wait for that. And what else did I do today? I did some other stuff. Scanned in some artwork. I scanned in the Ragetality piece that I finished inking. That's been sitting here waiting to be scanned. So I scanned that, sent it over to Shelby. It's going to get colored up. It's going to be exciting to see. I think that's it. Let's go here. All right, this is going to glow, so I'll just pick that out there. Let's make this thicker. But I did see that, I think it was on Twitter actually, Shang-Chi will be on Disney Plus come November 12th, I think it was. Because Disney Plus has its own day now, apparently. Disney Plus Day. They've got. It's like, okay, Disney Plus, whatever. You need your own day now. Whatever. But, so my wife doesn't have to wait that long to watch Shang-Chi at home, in the comfort of our own home. That'll be nice. But, yeah, I'm just biding my time. I canceled Disney Plus after they canceled Gina Carano, so I'm just kind of waiting for my subscription to run out, and then I'll just have to find another way to watch all the shows on Disney Plus. But whatever, Disney is not getting my money for that anymore. I went over and I signed up for the Daily Wire, so they're going to get my money now. And I'm stoked for this new Gina Carano movie that's coming out. So I'm just waiting for that. I think they're going to be done filming like next year, early next year or something. I think is what I remember reading. I did a little video on it when I got. They sent out an email to all the subscribers and gave more information on that. But I'm pretty sure they said it should be done next year. So that's not too bad. I can wait that long. Okay, what next here? I should probably finish the holding lines. Okay, let's see. His back is cut open, so I should probably draw some lines like this. And then I could probably draw some smoke coming out of him. So I could pick that out with whiteout. This here. These are just objects I don't know. Just making stuff up here. Sticking out on the side. Alright, let's use good old trusty curve. Let's draw some of these lines. May or may not finish this whole dude. We'll see. But let's see what we can do. Let's get some of these lines done. Here's my 5. And there's my neighbor's dog barking. He's always barking at my dog. I don't know what his deal is. He just comes outside and starts barking. It's like, dude, shut up, man. It's like if he just knows we're out, he barks at us. It's so annoying. All right, elliptical, where'd you go? I need you. Come to me. All right, some wires in here. And all black in between that. All right, time to do some lines here. Actually, I'm gonna do what I did over here. Gonna go big with the marker, and then yeah, got this. What the heck? What's that banging? Hold on 1 second. That's not a good sound. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I got freaked out. My daughter, she's 18 months, and every so often she'll go on the side of the house. I have these huge, they're what would you call them? They're like, they're not shelves. They're wired like walls, basically, that I use for my conventions. Sometimes, only for local shows. But anyway, they're just like leaning against the side of the house, and I could hear her like moving them and banging them, but they're really heavy. So if she pulls them on top of herself, she's gonna get hurt big time. So anyway, I got freaked out, but wifey's got her. We're good. Blue Samurai. Stopped bothering with 99% of Disney long ago. It's good not to have those emotional attachments to franchises anyway. So happy to see others bailing. Indeed. Yes. Rembrandt would be ashamed of us and our templates. That's funny. Yep. Rembrandt. Yeah, man. Yeah, his dark to lights. You want to see good dark to light? Rembrandt is the dude. Most of his backgrounds were like black. Little did he know that I sent someone to his house to knock on the door. Yeah. But anywho. Get a nice sip of that yummy tea juice. Okay. I'm going to throw a few more lines down and then call it a day. But I want to get this over here. This probably won't even show up on the image because it's going to be cropped off, but it's okay. Let me just finish it off nice-like. There we go. So that's that. And now let me come over here. And I'm going to draw some lines. I should probably use my new black pen because this one, I got two over here that are old and worn out, and then I got my new one. So I should probably use my new one. I'm going to get nice, better, crisper, thinner lines. So let me just use that. When these pens start out, they're really nice and they're thin, but sometimes it's good to have those thick lines too. So that's why I keep them around. You never know what exactly you're going to need. And this I'm going to do a little different just because it's a different area. So this I'm going to do one of these numbers. All right, pull out some of those whites there, and I'll use my thicker black. Put that there. Should probably be going the other way because then I get better feathering on my downstroke, so I should probably go that way, but I guess it's too late now. Can't turn back now. And then I'm going to rough them up here, so that'll work there. Just kind of some lines that I can pick out there. This will be all black. Something there. And let's see. I'm going to do something there. I don't know what yet. Let's see here. Actually, let me use... Is this my new one? Nope, this is the one. Let me use my new one. And I'm going to do this. That's thin lines. Have a little bit of light coming in there. This is actually a little blue light there, so for the colorist, again, usually when I know there's light somewhere, I kind of like go a little dark intentionally, so that way they can pick out those glowy lights. If they're smart enough, or if they even take notice enough anyway. Sometimes the colorist they don't look at the reference well enough, and then they miss these good opportunities that I leave them. But I'll just go in and do it myself then. All right, so that's that. This will be dark. Let's draw some lines over here. This is going to be converging lines here. There you go. Some cross hatching. Jack that up. I can fix that. All right. Now, might actually finish this guy. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Black. Black. Oh, and then all this will be black. I'll do that. This. There we go. Get those wires in there. Ah, yes, and this. These I'll pick out with whiteout again. There we go. See, dark to light. Bada boom. Let's see here. Darn it! This. Some light shading there. Okay. And I'm going to do some shadow on this, just so we know it's below it. And then 5. There we go. I'm just picking up some of this. And then this will be all damaged. Let me draw some wires in there. And to make sure we know they're wires, add some little things on there. Same thing in here. Make the wires look wiry, you know? Sell it. Make sure we know they're wires. And there we go. Cool deal. Almost there. Draw a few of these. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll do some thin lines here. Let's use a 2. Just draw some. All right, where's my whiteout? This is a gel pen. I use a Jelly Roll. I used to use Presto pen. This one's I only use now for like big long lines. It's really good about doing like a kind of like dotted line pattern. So like if I'm doing stuff in the background, I'll do big lines, but for small lines, I don't use this as much. Sometimes it pulls up for no reason, and it's just harder to make work how I want it. So now I use the Jelly Roll pens they're pretty consistent and good. So I have an 8 and I have a 10. And that's pretty much all I need. All right, now I'm gonna draw this little emblem. There we go. Now we know who that dude is. The Mr. Bones Show. This is so amazing. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Dumb question. But are you a fan of fantasy literature? I don't have a lot of fantasy literature, actually. I like fantasy, but I don't do a lot of reading in fantasy, actually. Some thin, some thick, just like all our friends. It's funny. The way he's zigzagging those shading, those signature Ninotowski. That's so amazing. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining Mr. Bones Show. Oops. Mr. Bones Show, I am going to be done here soon. I'm going to call it a day. But thanks for joining. Like and subscribe if you like it. And I do these so often. I've been doing a lot lately, actually. I've been working on some kind of side projects for my own project. I have a comic I'm working on called Shadow Sentry. It's an X-Men meets the Matrix superhero team book with a cool supernatural twist. If you don't know, if you've just found me, that's what I do. And so I'm working on some side stuff. Working on this. I just finished inking this piece. This is for Shelby Robertson and his book called 94 Rage-Tality's War. And this is going to be a print, I believe a print that he's going to give away with his book. And then this is a print that's going to be given away with the MAVRICS book. You may know all this. I don't know. But if you don't, this is going to be a free print. If you back their book, it's only $20, and you get like 20 stretch goals. I talked Blue Samurai into backing it, so he backed MAVRICS. So he's going to get a copy of this print, as well as a whole bunch of other cool artwork and all kinds of stuff. They got so much stuff they're giving away for free when you back the book. $20 is the cheapest. Well, that's the cheapest. But you get like 20 stretch goals. It's amazing. So anywho, I'm adding my touch over here to the MAVRICS campaign. I love drawing robots and gear and guns. This is awesome. I love it. All right, so after I get all that done, I'm gonna let me finish rendering that real quick, and then I'll call it a day for today. So this. This is some kind of thing that pops out of his shoulder. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. And then let's go have some fun with the whiteout real quick. Let me erase some lines so I see what I'm doing here. This is gonna be glowy. I wanted to do some, where else? I was gonna do some here. I'm gonna do this over here. He's got smoke pouring out of his back, so I'm gonna make that cool looking. And there's one other spot. I already did some here. All right, maybe not. Maybe that's it. I'll figure it out when I get there. All right, so I'm gonna use a 10. So these lines are going to be cutting through him in the background. So I'm going to pick these out. And so they kind of show through, right? Like that. So now they're in the foreground. You can tell they're in the foreground. And then I'm not done yet. I'm going to do some stuff down here. Some stuff shooting down there. This is going to be... I'm just going to add some crosshatchy lines in here, and then you can kind of tell it's light cutting through the darkness there. And this doesn't work great all the time. Come on, work for me, baby. Work for me. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to do some crosshatching over here. Just kind of cut up these lines a little bit more, and then so you can kind of see them, but they're a little bit lighter, something like that. And if I need to in Photoshop, I can make them a little lighter or whatever. Add a few more lines, but this pen is not being great for me right now, so. And I can add a few more lines over here if I want. I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to do. I was going to add a few more down here, but I don't think I need to. Okay, well, that is it. I'm going to call it a day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow, guys, Fan Art Friday. I do my Fan Art Friday show. I've narrowed it down to where I think pretty consistently I've been doing it between 11 and 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, if you want to know when I'm doing it, tune in, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and you'll get notified when I go live tomorrow for Fan Art Friday. And what is Fan Art Friday, you ask? You show up, be the first to comment after I go live, and, well, be the first to comment with the character of your choice, and then I'll draw it live on stream, and then you get it. I'll give you the original artwork. Just send me $5 for shipping to cover the envelope, the protective sleeve I put it in, and yeah, and that's it. It's yours. And you can watch me draw it on stream. You don't have to necessarily, but just be the first to comment. I'll draw it. We'll hang out. We'll chat. And then that's it. So, boom. Fan Art Friday. That's what I do. Fridays right here on Eric Donatowski Art. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it's been fun and entertaining. And till next time, I will see you. Take a look at Mr. Chernobog here. Throw some more light on him. It's getting kind of dark in here. So that's what I did so far. Awesome, fun mech samurai. And, oh yeah, speaking of which, I wanted to pick out some of these lines with some white out, actually. Kind of make them look a little more like they're glowing. So let me do that real quick. Just add some dots and cracks. And yeah, see, this pen he stops working. What the heck, man? What's your problem, bro? He's being dumb. Let's go to the 10. 10's working fine. There we go. It's flowing. There we go. Pick out some of those spots there. Boom. There we go. That looks cool. All right. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Until next time, peace. Later, Frog G. Love you all. Later. Calling it a day. Way ahead of you. Office finished installing. Got to hop in the Blue Mobile and get out of here. Right on, man. Real quick, what camera do you use to stream with when you ink? This is a Logitech. It's a HD 1080p. I got it on Amazon Prime. It's a Logitech. Hold on. Let me see. If I go over here to my camera, it usually tells me what kind of camera. It's an HD Pro webcam C, the letter C 920. That's what I use. And it works pretty good. If you guys can see it pretty clear, awesome. It's probably not perfect, but it's pretty clear. You can see all the lines pretty good when I zoom in there. If I could get it closer, I would when I draw, but it's hard to, it's like right in front of my face if I go any lower, and then I won't be able to, I'll be like looking through the camera. It doesn't work that way. So, but yeah, so that's what kind of camera I use. And you're working on a traditional comic yourself. Awesome, man. Very cool. All right, I think that is it. Like Eric's working one entire book of it. Shadow Sentry 2, now in demand on Indiegogo. Correct. Thank you, Frog G. Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. Take care. See you later. Happy Thursday. Till next time. Peace out.